What was your life like between the end of high school or did you go to college after that?
No, so I
straight to
So
okay. So what was that process like?
Yeah.
Is it like just like it's like in the movies when they come to your house and freaking write a check?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, a little backstory for people listening. I'm a baseball player. You guys have learned that, but for the Tampa Bay Rays, and I got drafted out of high school by the Houston Astros in 2012, and I had to grow up super quick. Like I turned 18. My mom was, doing laundry for me, and next thing I know, I'm a professional athlete. I'm looking up day one when I get in, and these dudes are just towering over me from like the Dominican, Venezuela. I think there was 4 American guys on a team of 30.
Wow.
Yeah, so no one spoke English, and I'm watching these dudes, and I'm telling you, like, I'm 170 pounds, 5'11", soaking wet. These dudes are 225, grown men at 17, 18 years old. They're hitting a ball a mile during batting practice. I'm just like spraying the field, and I'm like, there's no way. Like, did I make the right decision here? Like, I should have gone to college for 3 years, put on some, like, my mind was going crazy. And no, we go into the first game, and I'm like, oh man, this is not going to be good. I think I struck out like 3 times. I'm just getting blown away. I'm like, oh, this is tough. But I stuck to it. I was like, this is what I chose to do. And my mom, she gave me permission during that process that, hey, if you want to go pursue your dreams, like, she encouraged me, but if you get hurt or you're not good enough, you're going to be going back to college. So that was kind of the process of getting drafted and choosing to play professionally over college. It was me wanting to go pursue my dreams and aspirations. So fast forward.
How old were you when you went to Houston?
I was 18.
18.
When I got drafted. Yeah.
You just went to Houston.
So I went to rookie ball, which was in which was in Kissimmee, Florida.
Okay.
And that's when there was like 30 or 40 dudes that were just way better than me at baseball. And you know what? I was told, hey, you have the proper mechanics. Like, you are going to change so much from the ages of 18 to 21 as a man physically and mentally and emotionally that, like, you have the foundation. Just keep your head down. And so when I was not good enough at that time, when I just was 18, I had something to kind of lean on and know, hey, I've been encouraged just to keep my head down, work hard, do my thing. And sure enough, each year I just got better and better. And next thing you know, like how I was in Little League, I was the best. How I was the best in travel ball, and then I was the best in high school. And now as professional baseball, I was in high A. I won minor league player of the year. And in a span of 3 years, I went from looking around me to thinking I wasn't going to make it because of how big dudes were to being where I was. And so I just always encourage.
Those scouts know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no doubt.
Don't sleep on the scouts.
There was a lot of scouts that you asked about the movie and scouts coming to your house. Yeah, I had about 10, and most of them I had to do by myself because my mom was working. So super nervous. I'm a 17-year-old boy. This New York Yankees scout comes in just drilling me with questions.
By yourself?
By myself.
Oh, shit.
By myself. I had to grow up real quick in that sense. And luckily I tricked the Houston Astros scout, right? I must have been on my game that night. I must have been saying all the right answers.
What kind of questions they ask you?
Just psych questions. I had a couple scouts tell me that I was faking an injury. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, well, we know all the good players in this area. Like, you wouldn't just become this good your senior year if you've been hiding like an injury. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? They're basically saying that my growth from my junior to senior year, because I only had one college scholarship. So most guys who are getting looked at to get drafted, they could pick whatever college they want to go to, right? Like, you're going professional. College is nothing. For me, I had one offer and I took it. And so I jumped from being a good baseball player to a great baseball player my senior year. And that's when one of the scouts came in and was like, no, like, guys don't get good that fast. Like, where have you? And I'm like, sir, like, with all due respect, like, I'm a God-fearing man. Like, I give the credit to God for giving me the ability this fast. I don't know what else to tell you.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Dude.
So
that's freaking nuts, man. That's so great. And then so you played in Kissimmee for a while before you went to Houston.
Yeah, so I played in Kissimmee. I'll give you the path real quick. The next year, I started an extended spring training, and then I went to Quad Cities in Iowa for 3 weeks, and then I got sent down to advanced rookie ball in Greenville, Tennessee, which was a dump, by the way. We stayed in a Chalet motel. My mom came and visited. She walked inside the hotel, went right back out and said, Mav, that's my middle name, that is disgusting. Like, hey, for the love of the game, Mom, like, you do not get treated like people think in the minor leagues. So then the following year, I finished up in Greenville. The next year, I started in Quad Cities, which was low A, Quad Cities River Bandits, and that's when I started to really blossom. I went from having 0 home runs my first 2 years to hitting 17 that year. And so something just got into me. I kept my head down, stayed true to who I was, and I just blew up, just like I did my senior year. And that's when I won Minor League Player of the Year, and things started really just taking off for my career. I had an advisor, my first agent, Lauren Pincus, who I'm still close with. I had to go into a different direction. And he respected that. Just with my career, I was having offers come in like Tops deals, and Lauren was so early in his career that we didn't match on a professional career level. Yeah. So I had 15 meetings with 15 different agents. Like, after winning Player of the Year, I was in control now. So I could choose which agent I wanted to go with, and I went with Tom O'Connell out of Tampa, who's my guy. So like I said, career started taking off, Under Armour deal, Tops deal. Following year, I start out in High A, out in Lancaster, California, and great place to play. Tore it up halfway through the year, made the All-Star game, go up to Double A, Corpus Christi, Texas. Get traded a month later. First time, it was bittersweet. I was like, we were about to play. Manager calls me in. Hey, we just traded you. What do you mean? You just traded me?
That's it. The first thing you said, we traded you.
Yeah, we traded you. We appreciate everything you've done for this organization, but you're heading to Milwaukee. Okay. So I end up going to Milwaukee. It was me, Josh Hader, Domingo Santana, and myself for Adrian Hauser, for Carlos Gomez and Mike Fires from Milwaukee. So I finished the year in Double A, thinking, all right, I'm getting one step closer to the big leagues. Following year, start out in Double A again. I'm like, I'm just, man, all right. And they're telling me, you're still young. You've got time. And played the whole year in Double A. That was in Biloxi, Mississippi. Following year, Colorado Springs Sky Sox. I'm in Triple A. I'm balling out. And in June 5th, right after my birthday, I get the call. Hey, you're going to the big leagues.
Oh, shit.
And I'm 5 years in now. Like, this is everything I've dreamed of. This is my moment. And call my mom. Mom's freaking out. One of the best phone calls. I'll remember it till the day I die. Just the joy, the happiness. And went through all that. I was up for 3 days, Danny. 3.